Mary Brown Bates. It's June 28th. I am in the middle of Pawtuckaway. There are, I believe, 5 loons out there in the middle of the lake ahead of me, but I don't know that you can see them, unfortunately. But they're out there. Maybe if we zoom in a little bit. Maybe. I don't know. It's a beautiful day. We need some rain. And this is my opinion, not personal medical advice, nor the opinion of my employers. Oh, did you hear that? Somebody just hooted. Anyway, I'm trying not to be too loud because I'm in the middle of the lake and there are lots of campers around trying to sleep, and a few trying to fish. So, I wanted to talk a little bit about the coronavirus. Our raw numbers for the past, 3 weeks are sort of interesting. They have ranged, the number of new cases per day, just raw numbers, has ranged between 15 and 73 statewide. The overall shape of it has been kind of up and down a little bit with lots of noise, but overall going down, down, down until just recently. So I'm just going to read the numbers off. Oh, look at that. There's a loon procession out there. I hope you can see it. I'm just going to read the numbers off. You really can't see it on the phone. That's so sad. I'm sorry. It's cool in real life. There they are. You can almost see them. Also, I don't have my glasses on, so I have no idea what you really can see and can't see on my phone. All right, so I'm just going to read them off, starting with the 10th. So just so you can get some idea of them for yourself as well. I think that there are 3 adults and 2 children out there, 2 chicks, but maybe not. I can't imagine why they would be doing that, but there are 5 loons out there. It's kind of cool. Okay, so our numbers for the past 3 weeks: 54, 34, 46, 49, 21, 27, 27, 73. That's our high achieved on the 17th. 17, 37, 37, 27, 15, 15. Now, these are our numbers for the last few days: 27, 40, 34, 51. If you plot that out, I think you see it goes down-ish and then it goes up-ish. I'm hoping that we have not seen our nadir, our low point of corona transmission, and are now heading into an area with more corona transmission. I am afraid that that is what we are doing, however. Although I don't know because my crystal ball is in the shop, so I cannot really predict the future very well. I can predict the past, though. That's a joke. I think I'm funny. However, this is not funny. For my non-American friends, having Medicare in the United States is pretty much synonymous with being over 65. Like, they're pretty much equivalent. Almost everyone over 65 has Medicare, even if it's not their primary insurance. And almost everyone on Medicare is over 65. People who are disabled are on Medicare, and people who have chronic end-stage kidney disease are on Medicare. But that's a really small percentage of the people on Medicare. So if you have Medicare and you are diagnosed with the coronavirus, you have a 1 in 3 chance of ending up in the hospital. So when you think about that statistic, of course you have to know that not everyone who actually has coronavirus is going to get diagnosed with it. So that means, that you had symptoms and you got tested and your test came back positive. But if you have Medicare and you are diagnosed with coronavirus, you have a 1 in 3 chance of ending up in the hospital. Holy cats, huh? And if you have Medicare and you are diagnosed with coronavirus and you end up in the hospital, you have a 1 in 4 chance of dying. Again, holy cats. These are raw data. They're not adjusted for this, that, and the other thing. It's simply Medicare data that comes, right off of what, right off the statistics for, what is Medicare paying for? What are they seeing as they, process claims. So this is, you know, take it with a grain of salt perhaps, or not, because in some ways this does not require any, you know, there are no interpretation here at all. Like, you know, dead or not dead is fairly easy to determine. In the hospital or not in the hospital is very easy to determine. You know, diagnosed with coronavirus is very easy to determine. So this is, you know, this is data that says to me, if you are over 65, you really do not want to get the coronavirus. I mean, I think if you're under 65, you really don't want to get it either. I don't want to get it. But if you are over 65, you know, your chances of dying from this are non-trivial. Your chances of being made pretty darned sick from this are non-trivial. So even though it's boring to continue to be isolated, and even though you miss your grandchildren, and even though, you know, your cute grandchildren, they're so cute, how could they possibly bring the coronavirus? Come on, please be careful, okay? All right. So I think that was really what I wanted to say, because I'm worried that our numbers have gone as low as they're going in New Hampshire and are starting to head up. They're not very high. You know, we are having, our 7-day average is 34 new cases of coronavirus per million people here in New Hampshire. That's not very high. You know, 34 per million is, you know, very small. But it's not nothing. And it's higher. I'm afraid it's on its way up. So other cases, just for comparison, Arizona is having 392 cases per million. They seem to have stabilized out. States which are going up are Florida, which is at 258 per million over the last 7 days, Mississippi at 234, South Carolina 227, Arkansas at 197 per million averaged over the last 7 days. So that's, you know, those are a lot. That's all I have to say about that. I hope you've enjoyed the loons. I hope you can see the loons. And I'll see if I can get a better video, but I don't want to harass them too much because they're having a lovely morning too, just like everybody else is. All right, I'm going to turn the camera around a little bit just so that you can see. There's the sun. That's beautiful. And there's the park shore. There's nobody there because there are no campsites there. There are campers on the park now, which is part of why I'm trying to be so quiet, because, you know, you come here to get away from everything and then you have to listen to Mary yammering in the background, right? Yeah, not so good. Trying to be considerate. Yeah, that's what it's all about, right? Trying to be considerate. Okay, well, thank you all for everything you do. Please continue doing it. Please mask up. And have a beautiful day. I think it's going to rain today. Boy, do we need it.